So this video is to help you with S.8 area of compound figures. So we see here that we have an oddly shaped figure. We know that if this was a regular square or rectangle, that we could find the area by multiplying length times width. However, this is not a normal shape. So what do we have to do? We have to break it apart. We have to break it apart into manageable pieces. So if I break this apart into these two pieces, I can find the area of each piece and then add those areas together to find the area of the whole thing. So I can find the area of this part by multiplying 8 times 8, length times width. So the area of this part is 8 times 8, which is 64 centimeters squared. I can find the area of this part by multiplying 5 times 5. 5 times 5, 25. So the area is 25 centimeters squared. Now again, before I type in my answer, I need to add these two values together. So the area is going to be 64 plus 25. So my final answer will be 89 square centimeters. This one's a little bit more complex, but we notice that if we break this up right here and break it up right here, then we have three shapes that we can find the surface area for and add them all together. So we'll have 3 this time that we'll add together. So for this piece right here, I need to multiply 3 times 2 to get 6 feet squared. To get this area right here, I multiply 2 times 3, which again is 6 feet squared. And then here we have a length of 9, a width of 7, okay? But notice something. The 7 represents from this edge to this edge. So I only want what is from here to here in order to find the area of this part. So because 7 goes all the way to the end, I can't use 7. But if we notice right here, this side is the same as this side. This side is 2 feet, so this is 2 feet. Therefore, if the whole thing is 7 and this part is 2 feet, what's left right here that we need? What's left is 5 feet. So we don't need the 7 feet. We need to multiply 5 feet times 9 feet. 5 times 9, 45 feet squared. So last, I need to add all of these together. So I have 45 plus 6 and 6. 6 plus 6 makes 12, so that's the same thing as 45 plus 12. So that is 57 feet squared, or square feet, for the final answer on this one. On this problem, we have several different shapes here. I'm going to go ahead and break off the triangle there. I'm also going to make that a rounded off rectangle. Make another rectangle here. Okay, so 11 centimeters goes from this part to this part. So when I'm looking for the surface area of this top rectangle here, I don't want to use 11 centimeters because that doesn't represent any side of that square or rectangle. So here's my length, here's my width for this rectangle. Surface area, length times width, 9 times 8, 72 centimeters squared. Then what I want is this surface area. Well, here is a width, but I don't see a length. This 3 centimeters only goes from here to here. I need something that goes all the way to here. So I can't use the 3 as the length. What we do see here, though, is this distance is the same thing as this distance. So this distance here and this distance here are the same. So if I want to know this distance, all I have to do is add 2 and 3 together to make 5 centimeters. And then we can multiply 5 times 3 and get 15 centimeters squared. For the last rectangle we have a width of 2 centimeters, a length of 6 centimeters. 2 times 6 is 12 centimeters squared. Then for the triangle. Triangle, a little bit different formula. No longer length times width, 1/2 base times height. So we have a base. Our base is 4. We need to know this distance right here. So the only thing I have to use to compare it with is this distance right here. This blue line is represented by 6 centimeters. This over here is 2 centimeters. So if I want to know this distance right here, I have to take the 6 minus the 2. 6 minus 2 is 4 centimeters. So the height is also 4 centimeters. So area is 1/2 4 times 4. 1/2 times 4 is 2. And 2 times 4 is 8. So the triangle has an area of 8 centimeters squared. I need to add all of these together to get my total area. 72, 15, 12, and 8. So 2 and 5 make 7, 7 and 2 make 9, 9 and 8 make 17. All of that, 7 and 1, 8, 1, 9, 1, 10. So 107 square centimeters. You add all of those areas together. One more. I'm going to break this one up like this. I'm going to connect that, make a triangle with a rectangle, and another rectangle. So we'll do the triangle first this time. Remember, triangle, 1/2 base times height. So this time, I know the height of the triangle. The height of the triangle is 4. Now I need to know the base. I know this piece of the base is 4 meters. then this piece of the base is 4 meters. And that leaves us with needing to know this piece here. Okay, well, then we have to do a little bit more investigating. So in order to know this piece right here, all we have to use is this down here, 7 meters. This means that this is also 7 meters. Well, if 2 of it's here and 3 of it's here, that means that there's 2 meters left right here. So that also means that there's 2 meters left right here. So finally we can find the base of the triangle. To find the base of the triangle, I have to add 2 plus 4 plus 4. So our base, 2 plus 4 plus 4. So our base is 10 centimeters. So plugging all that into our formula, 1/2 base is 10, height is 4. 1/2 times 5, 1/2 times 10 is 5, and 5 times 4 is 20 meters squared. So that's the surface area of the triangle. Now we're ready to move on to find the surface area of the big rectangle below the triangle. So remember, we know that this is 2 meters and this is 2 meters. So I need a width and a length. Here's my width. My width is 2 meters. My length goes all the way from here to here. I need to add 5 and 2 and 4 together. So 5 and 2 make 7, plus 4 makes 11 meters. So my length is 11, my width is 2. 11 times 2 makes this 22 meters squared. The smallest rectangle, I need to multiply length times width again. This length is 3, the width is 2, so this is 6 meters squared. Length times width. Down at the bottom, we have a square, 7 by 7, width of 7, length of 7. 7 times 7 is 49. So we have a surface area of 49 meters squared. Then we need to add these 4 together. 20 plus 22 plus 6 plus 49. 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 9 is 17. 2 and 2 make 4, and 1 make 5, and 4 make 9 square meters. 97 square meters.